Hi everyone and welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this very simple and easy exfoliating face scrubber, and I have released two versions of this. One is my stitch for stitch version, which is what you're watching now, but if you're more interested in a quick and easy tutorial, then check the links in the description because I will have it down there. And if you're working the skein challenge with me, then you'll know that we have this small amount of yarn left over after completing our produce bag, our soap saver, and our silverware holder. So I'm going to be making a face scrubber with this. And for this project, we're going to be using size 4 worsted weight cotton yarn. And this is just the Lily Sugar and Cream, and the color is teal. And I'm also going to be using a size G or 6 or 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. And we're going to begin with a magic circle. And if you're unfamiliar with any of the stitches used in this pattern, then please check the links in the description because I will have all of my stitch tutorials listed down there for you. And once you have your magic circle in place, then you're going to chain 2. And then we're going to place 12 double crochets inside of our magic circle. And once you have your 12 double crochets inside your magic circle, then you're just going to pull on your tail to tighten the gap in that circle there. And for our next row, I am going to work over my tail, but you don't have to. It's just an option that you have. We're going to begin our next row by slip stitching into the top of our first double crochet stitch. So we're going to skip our chain 2 altogether. I'm just going to line my tail up with my stitch to crochet over it. And next we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to place 2 double crochets in each of our stitches in our row, and that does include this first stitch where we placed our slip stitch. And when we get to the end of our row, we should have a total of 24 double crochet stitches. And when you get to the end of your row, you're going to skip your chain 2 right here, and you're going to slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet stitch. And then again, we are going to chain 2. And for this next row, we're going to be working in the top portion of some of the stitches, as well as around the stems that form them. So we're going to begin by placing a back post stitch in our first stitch right here. So to do that, you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to insert your crochet hook right here in between this chain stitch and our first double crochet, and you're going to do that from behind. So working from the back forward, you're going to insert your crochet hook right here. And then you're going to insert your crochet hook in between your 2 double crochet stitches right here. So just your first 2 double crochet stitches from our previous row. We're just going to reinsert our crochet hook in there. So it looks something like this. So a little bit weird. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through that stem, just the stem. We should have 3 loops on our crochet hook. Then we're going to yarn over and drop 2 loops at a time until we finish out our stitch. And that is it. You have just worked a back post stitch. And in our next stitch, we're going to increase. So we're going to place a double crochet in the top portion of that stitch. So right here. And then we're going to place a front post stitch around our next stem right here. So to do that, you're going to yarn over, and you're going to insert your crochet hook in between these first 2 double crochet stitches right here, front to back. Then you're going to work your crochet hook back around in between your next 2 double crochet stitches right here. Then you're going to yarn over and drop your stem. And when you have 3 loops on your crochet hook, you're going to yarn over and drop 2 loops at a time until you finish out the stitch again. And it should look something like this. And from here, we're going to repeat that going around our row. So we're going to place a back post stitch right here in our next stitch. And then we're going to place a double crochet in the top portion of our next stitch, and then a front post stitch in that same stitch where we just placed our double crochet, and that's our increase. So go ahead and repeat that going all the way around your row. And when you get done, you should have a total of 36 stitches. And when you get to the end of your row, you're going to skip your chain 2 altogether and slip stitch into the top of your first post stitch, which is that first back post stitch. And from here, we're going to cut and tie off our yarn. And I am going to weave my tail in the direction that I was crocheting. And once you're done weaving your tail, you are done with your face scrubber. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.